What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D Rip. Hey, today we got another special video. Today we're gonna be reacting to 10 worst WWE Championship belt designs. First time click across center, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure y'all subscribe because we're almost at 5K. I apologize for last week. I was pretty busy, so I didn't get any videos up for y'all. Like I told y'all before, your boy is in the military, so sometimes you gotta cut me some slack whenever I miss time. But I can guarantee you right now, if you don't subscribe at least, and if you do subscribe, and I let you down. Why stuff always pop up when I'm recording? I can assure you that your boy is gonna drop a banger video, probably the biggest video I've ever dropped on my channel, come WrestleMania. Because your boy's gonna be there, and I plan on dropping a really big video of me at WrestleMania. So make sure y'all go ahead and tap in right now, subscribe. We're almost at 5K, so let's get that 5K goal. I want to get 5K before the end of the year, but I got to get not 5K. I want to get 10K before the end of the year, but I got to get 5K first. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Every wrestling promotion needs at least one championship belt.
Before we get into this, worst championship designs: the Hardcore Championship, the Red Universal Championship, the 24/7 Championship, the Purple Cruiserweight Championship, yeah, I'm gonna go with those. I don't know how many on here. Oh, it says 10. Never mind. I'm rusty,
Otherwise,
okay?
what the hell are all the people in tiny pants actually fighting over? WWE have given us some truly great title designs over the years. The Winged Eagle, the NXT North American Championship, the NXT UK Championship, and so on. That said, there have also been some that are so ugly it's hard to imagine anyone actually wanting to win them. Get your protective goggles ready. Some of these are absolutely hideous. I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling, and these are the 10 worst WWE Championship belt designs. Join us.
But first, if you needed maybe get Farouk, then there is me at Col. So hit
gosh, I don't care
real
about
virtual
your
price. Or you all of that is to wear anti-day so.com if you're no better than that.
Boy, I thought I talked a lot.
Number 10, the Universal Championship. We are starting
The
with a
red
design that's more lazy than it is actively bad. At SummerSlam 2016, Finn Balor defeated Seth Rollins in a match for the inaugural Universal Championship. Designed to serve as Raw's top prize after the second brand splits, this new title marked a new era by crowning a brand new star. So, how did it look? Exactly the same as the other belt on the other brand. Sure, that makes sense. When Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley unveiled the belt, fans were audibly disappointed. Here was this so-called new championship, but it looked almost entirely the same as the existing WWE Championship on SmackDown, save for a red strap instead of a black one. It must have taken WWE hundreds, nay, thousands of seconds to come up with that idea. This low-effort embarrassment went down so badly that the crowd constantly booed throughout what was actually a really good match between Balor and Rollins.
Really? I didn't even notice.
The title belt showed that WWE didn't care enough to think of a different design, so it didn't surprise many to see the fans expressing their displeasure so vocally. Number 9, the WWE ECW Championship.
Wait. Okay, it said WWE ECW, so it's gonna be the big, giant, black and silver one.
Prior to its closure in 2001, ECW was using a fantastically designed belt to represent its World Heavyweight Championship. It was messy, it was rough, it was a bit frightening, which was everything that the violent little promotion embodied at the time. A slightly altered version of the belt was used when ECW was raised from the dead by WWE in 2006. However, the company soon realized that this strap was too cool looking for their new bland version of the product, so they got rid of it. It was replaced in 2008 by this sorry-looking thing. Much like the once feared Philadelphia promotion as a whole, the title was now a watered-down, sanitized version of its former self, looking about as threatening as a kitten playing with an elastic band. Everything about this new model just felt mid-card, right down to the fact that it was now silver instead of gold. It's just uninspired and drab, isn't it? And to many, it killed off any chance of the brand ever being taken seriously again. To make matters matters worse, this was the final ever version of the ECW World title. Paul Heyman must have been spinning in his bed. Number 8, the WWE Tag Team Championships. Whilst they've never been the best,
I didn't have a problem with those ones. I'm tired of the tag championship we got now because it's literally been the same design since they put the two, Trojan heads, whatever you want to call it. The two Trojans. Since those been on the title, they've looked the exact same. They look no different.
looking belts in the world, WWE have turned out some really nice looking tag titles in their time. The classic World Tag Team Championship design was big and bold, like any good title should be. Even the often maligned women's tag team titles are striking and could also double up as giant ninja stars in a tight spot. Unfortunately, there is no such love here for the design that debuted in 2010. After the unified tag team champions presumably got sick of lugging 4 belts around, WWE brought out new straps that would represent the WWE.
Speaking of that, when are we gonna get a new one? Like, literally, I know they're tired of holding around the red and the blue. Give us. Why does everything want to pop up on? I just updated my computer. Now everything want to pop up. But wait. Just turn my sounds off. I don't want to hear none of it. I'm recording. Please leave me alone.
Tag Team Championship.
But they've been the exact same since this. Only difference is the color.
And these belts were round, like really round. Like round enough they broke the laws of physics round. It's been said many times before, but these titles made anyone who wore them look like they'd strapped a giant 2-pence piece to their stomachs. They simply weren't desirable at all and made the tag division look even more second-rate than it already did at the time. Hey, at least WWE didn't do something like, I don't know, make a red pair of belts for Raw and then a blue pair for SmackDown. Oh, wait. Number 7, Tommy Dreamer's Hardcore Championship. Personalized championships can go one of 2 ways. You either end up with the Smoking Skull, or whatever the hell Jeff Hardy did to the Impact
This man brought up Impact. This is a WWE video.
World title. Trust me, if this list included all of wrestling, that thing would be right towards the top. Tommy Dreamer had a go at leaving his mark on the beloved Hardcore Championship, except that mark turned out to be a stain, and we can all figure out what kind of stain it was. Inspired by Dreamer's home of New York City, the new design featured an NYC license plate with barbed wire crossing through it, and a Statue of Liberty holding a Singapore.
I've never seen that. This is my first time seeing this. Is that actually a title, or did they just literally just tie a license plate to it?
Poor Kane right in the center. Yes, it's just as garish as it sounds. This new visage was introduced because the old belt was literally falling apart, although honestly I'd have rather seen a tattered old title than the one that looks like it came from a gift shop, and not a nice gift shop. Number 6, the Light Heavyweight Championship. WWE's Light Heavyweight Championship has a weird history. It started life in the Universal Wrestling Association, a Mexican promotion that WWE were partners with in the 80s and 90s. The title eventually found its way back to the States, but only after spending some time being defended in Japan. And the weirdest part of all of that is that of all the people who had the belt in WWE, Gillberg had it the longest. How the hell did that happen? The final version of the belt was just so clunky looking, a big cumbersome front plate with no real defining features stuck onto a boring black strap with equally uninspiring side plates to boot.
So how do you... Okay. Like, what's the reason for us having a light heavyweight championship? What's the reason? Because it seems like it's only on smaller people. I guess if that's why it's called the light heavyweight championship, then I guess. But what is the reason for it? What was the purpose? We got the World Heavyweight Championship. We got the Cruiserweight Championship. Is this basically supposed to be the Cruiserweight? Because I don't know. My stuff is weird today, bro. I updated this whole thing and everything just looks all weird. Y'all just gotta bear with me. I'll fix it in the next video. I'm not worried about it right now. But what is the purpose of this? It's red. Like, I don't know.
Worst iteration of the title has to be the one with a red strap. The hue they had chosen clashed mightily with the gold plates, making the title ugly as well as boring. I mean, no wonder the company swapped this out for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship as soon as they bloody could. Good for them. Number 5, John Cena's United States Championship.
What?
I've been expecting to see the John Cena-style WWE Championship belt.
No, that's not ugly
but
either.
there is actually a far worse Cena design out there than the world title spinner. Johnny Boy, back when he was in his Vanilla Ice cosplay phase, won his first ever championship in WWE in the opening match of WrestleMania 20. He defeated the Big Show for the United States Championship in a move that was widely cheered by fans, if only they knew what was to come. Whilst reigning with the gold, Cena...
That one's not ugly to me. That's one of my favorite U.S. championships. That one's ugly to you? Right now in the comments. Rate Cena's U.S. title. Rate it 1 to 10. Let me know. Because to me, I'm going to at least give it an 8. I like it.
Introduced his own custom version of the US title, and good lord was it gaudy as anything. Looks like America threw up all over it. With more fake jewels than 1,000 branches of Claire's accessories and Cena's actual name written on the front, this belt was so ostentatious that it's a miracle Cena wasn't getting booed much earlier in his career. Hey, if we can thank JBL for anything in this world, it's blowing this monstrosity up in a trash can. Number 4, the United States Heavyweight Championship. Long before John Cena was burning our retinas with his hideous title design, another belt with a similar name was also turning heads for all the wrong reasons. Back when it was called the WWF and run by Vince McMahon Sr., the company introduced the United States Heavyweight Championship for its stars to fight over. The title has quite the lineage, having been held by the likes of Buddy Rogers, Pedro Morales, and the original Sheik. It was abandoned in 1970. Rogers, Pedro Morales, and the
You look just like Sabu.
original Sheik. It was abandoned in 1976 after Bobo Brazil had held it for about 5 years. Honestly, we're amazed he didn't get rid of it sooner. First of all, why does the strap appear to be made out of felt? Did Vince Sr. have to raid his son?
So, technically, I mean, if you want to call this a United States Championship and put America on it, why is Alaska and Hawaii not on here?
Arts and crafts box to make this thing. Second of all, who thought that this was an acceptable representation of the United States?
That's probably the worst one I've ever seen.
It looks like it was made in about 5 minutes, in the dark, by a dog. It's almost impossible to find any evidence of this belt even existing on WWE's official website. And you know what? Can't blame them. Number 3, the 24/7 Championship.
I'm not gonna put that one in front
of how the Hardcore Championship got a horrible makeover courtesy of Tommy Dreamer, but at least the original design was good. The same cannot be said for its spiritual successor. In May 2019, Mick Foley introduced this utter monstrosity to the world. This was the 24/7 Championship, which was similar to the Hardcore title in the sense that it could be won at any time, in any place, by anyone. Where it differed, though, was that the Hardcore Championship was actually good. In an era where many of WWE's titles looked the same, this one went too far the other way. A vile green strap, a big obnoxious gold circle, a half-hearted attempt to show a clock face. It looks like it was designed by an alien from a planet where good taste is punishable by death. But hey, at least this fungus of a design was an early warning that the title itself was going to be a piece of trash. Quite literally in the end, actually, as Nikki Cross dumped the belt in a bin to end its sorry legacy once and for all.
She didn't dump it in the bin, she missed it.
Well, she almost got it in the bin. Number 2, the Divas Championship. Whilst the 24/7 title was offensive to the eyes, at least it wasn't offensive to half of the world's population. At Night of Champions 2010, WWE Women's Champion Michelle McCool defeated Divas Champion Melina to unify the two belts. Did McCool choose to carry on using the title with nearly 50 years worth of history behind it? No, she opted for the one shaped like a butterfly. This title, which was introduced back in 2008, was an emblem of how WWE saw its women's competitors at the time. Were they fearsome warriors clashing over a mighty prize, or were they dainty little girls who just wanted the pink thing to add to their Polly Pocket collection? What do you think? Put simply, the title...
Yeah, that one is kind of childlike. compared to the Diva, the women's one that they had before. That, I mean, I think it's just because it's pink. If it wasn't pink, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. Look at young Becky and young Charlotte. I think it's just because it was pink. They just threw it off, and the butterfly thing. But if it just said Divas and, you know, it was like the women's one that they just showed, it probably would have had a way different effect. But I don't know.
Failed in its primary function to look like something
I think the women do deserve another title though, just for their card. I mean, you got the men's with the Intercontinental, you got the US, you got the World Heavyweight Championship, you got WWE Championship, Universal Championship, my bad. And then you got the tags, which in the women's you only have the Raw and the SmackDown champion, which is the World Heavyweight Championship and the women's WWE Championship. That's it. And the tag championships. So they only got really 3 compared to the men's having what, like 5 or 6. So I think they at least need one more. Like a kind of like the US and the Intercontinental one.
people would take pride in holding. How could anyone take it seriously when it was shaped like an insect and looked like it was colored in with a special pack of glitter pens? For all these reasons and more, the Divas Championship is the worst women's title design in WWE history. No, it's not. Number 1, Fabulous Moolah's Women's Championship. If you ask WWE, the Fabulous Moolah held the Women's Championship from 1956 until 1984. If you ask literally anybody else, they will tell you that's simply bollocks. According to the company's own history, Moolah won the women's title before the company officially existed. What she had actually won was the NWA Women's Championship, which WWE co-opted later. Not only is Moolah's mammoth reign not as long as you think, but she also committed one of the strangest acts of vandalism in wrestling history. She put her own face on the belt. Not a pretty sight. That's right, the original version of the Women's Championship featured a little cutout photo of Moolah's mug on the front. If you needed any more proof of the stranglehold she had on women's wrestling at the time, here it is. This is ridiculous for so many reasons, not least because it makes this supposedly prestigious belt look like a giant fridge magnet. Even weird.
How much do y'all think that title is worth now? I'm actually curious. And it has a ring on it. I didn't even notice. It's a ring. And then it got her picture in the middle. Okay, whatever. Hey, if y'all like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments. Continue to like the videos. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments which I'm going to react to next. But as always say, man, like the video, subscribe if you're new. It's your boy D-Rib, man. I'm out.